One of the problems with people being depressed in America, and like this lady's book is called Mattering, where people feel like they're invisible. One of the problems that I see is, I have to say, like award shows, like when they have a music awards or BET awards or whatever, they're telling you who is important. And a lot of young people, they grow up watching. Watched all the award shows growing up, but I think now with so much social media, people are feeling like, okay, well, if I'm not, if I don't have a million followers on TikTok or something or Instagram, then I'm not important. So when these award shows come up and they show all these singers and rappers and musical artists, I'm not gonna say artists because I have an art degree. I have I have an art degree, so I'm not gonna say artists, but artists, recording artists. Okay, they're telling you these people are important. Young people see that and they feel like, okay, well, for you to be important, you have to be famous. But if you look at all the famous authors throughout time, their asses are not famous. Their asses are not famous today. You know, I can name a bunch of them, like, but mainly I stick with the Bronte sisters and their brother Branwell, James Joyce. I wrote a whole movie for James Joyce, most of a movie for James Joyce, based on James Joyce's book Ulysses. Then I wrote a TV show based on the Brontes' Juvenilia. I say Brontes because it's Anne, Emily, Charlotte, and Branwell. Branwell wrote when he was younger, and then after that he painted. So back in the day, well, not in their day, they weren't famous until they died. But that's like painters. A lot of painters didn't get famous until they died. That's what my mom always told me about being an artist, about me being an artist. Yeah, those people, they didn't get rich until, they didn't get famous until they died and they were poor. But now it's all about somebody's in a movie or somebody's on a reality show. That's another thing. People being on reality shows, it makes people feel like, okay, well, I don't have any talent, but I can still be famous, because that's all that's important in America is being famous. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you have any talent. Oh, your parents are rich. Oh, you can be famous. Your parents are famous. You can be famous. They don't care about those people having any talent. But if you're coming up from the bottom, from the old school where you had to go to school for everything, you had to go to school to be an artist or a writer. Oh, well, you wrote that book on your own? You published it on your own? Oh, you don't matter because you didn't really get published. You published it yourself. But back in the day, a long time ago, people used to do that. You know, you go back to, I don't know, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. The book had to be published. You didn't have time to run around. A revolution might break out. You don't know if you're going to have a country in a month. So you got to publish your book. You got to hurry up and publish it. You don't have time to be submitting your shit to publish. Hey, Napoleon just took over the country. Well, not took over, whatever. He got nominated or whatever. You know, there's all kind of shit going on in the past. And people are like, look, I got to write this shit. I have to write it now. And that's what you do now. You don't have time to wait on other people to validate you. If you're a writer, put it like this. When somebody says they're a rapper, nobody questions them. They come up with a funny name. I'm so-and-so. I'm a rapper. Okay, so-and-so is a rapper. That's it. So if somebody goes out and makes their own film, they don't have to go to school for that. If you get the film camera and you go out and shoot a film, they're a director. Whatever you put on your Instagram or whatever you say, nobody's going to question you on it because that's not their field. But the whole thing about it is, it's wrong that you have to be famous to be considered important or valuable. That's wrong. Because in Japan, the comic book creators are famous. In America, they're not. In America, you get shut out of the opening of Captain America Winter Soldier. When you wrote the shit, you created the comic book. They don't let you in the after party. Huh? What? You created Winter Soldier and the movie is titled Winter Soldier and they don't let you in the party? That's some bullshit. America needs to change how they do things because it's set up to set up people for failure. That's what the problem is.